I'm Pam Terrell, and welcome to my kitchen, which is my happy place. So I recently got braces, and they're going to be on for a while, and the video must go on. So I may sound a little different, but that's because of the braces. So today what I want to do is share with you a recipe for a cold brew coffee that you can make at home. And the reason that I choose to make it at home is because I can use organic, mold-free coffee beans and clean filtered water, and also because cold brew is less acidic. Regular coffee does upset my stomach, even just a sip or two in the morning. And the cold brew coffee is less acidic, so it enables me to drink a little bit of it, and because I do love the flavor, and get a little bit of that flavor without any of the problems. So in my new book, Whole 4 Meals, I have a recipe on page 24 for a cold brew coffee. And it's a whole page in the instructions, so it may look a little intimidating, but it's really not. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it's really pretty simple. So I thought I would show you how I do that. First of all, I use coffee beans I order from either Bulletproof online, Dave Asprey's company, or I order them from Amazon. And what I do is I get a decaf, and I also get one called the Mentalist. And that way I make a half-calf coffee, so it doesn't make me jittery if I want to drink maybe a little bit more one day. So what I do is I order them, and I get them as whole beans, because what you need to do for a cold brew is you need them coarse ground. So we have a coffee grinder here, and I order the beans, and then when I get them, I grind the whole bag at a time. That way, every time I need to make cold brew, I don't have to go through the coffee grinder plus, the other steps. So I get the bag, I grind them, and I put them back in the bag, and then I store them in the freezer. And it usually lasts me a week or two, because, like I said, I'm doing 50-50, so it lasts a little while. And they're ground and ready when I'm ready to. I don't use the coarsest setting. I usually use the one that's about 2 up from the coarsest, so kind of see what works with. That works well for me. And then what I do is I make enough basically for a couple days, because I really want it fresh. I don't want it left over. I use a mason jar, a 16-ounce mason jar, 32-ounce mason jar. I use this mason jar. It's got to be 32 ounce. And then I use this organic cotton bag that I ordered online from a company called Organic Family Products. And the reason, you just want to do things as clean as possible. So if I can use an organic bag, that's what I'm going to use. So I put this bag inside of here. And let me tell you one really great thing about this bag that some of the others don't have. It has this little elastic part on here. And you'll see when we get to sealing this up that is a really awesome feature. Okay, so you put this inside of it, and then you do use a kitchen scale. So turn the scale on and make it go to ounces. And for this size, I use 3 ounces of beans total of grounds. So I use 1.5 of each, and just go ahead and measure those out till you get 1.5. And the Mentalist. He does have another kind or two, so you may find whatever works well for you, but I do like a darker roast, and I just like the flavor of the Mentalist one. Besides, maybe it makes me smarter. Who knows? Okay, so once you have that, you're done with the scale. And what you do is I use the clean water. I do use a 0 water pitcher because I feel it, is convenient, and it removes the most toxins possible. So go ahead and pour it inside where the grounds are, and I kind of swirl it around to try to make sure they're all wet till you're almost to the top. And then either use a wooden spoon or a knife. It's only in here a few minutes, so I use a knife. And I kind of stir it around and I kind of scrape the edges just to make sure that all the grounds have touched the water so that you get the most out of it. Okay, and then once you've done that, you know, I don't like to waste, so I'm actually going to get every little ground off of that knife. Okay, now here's the cool part. So, you pull this up to the side and you've got this handy little attachment here. Just hook that over a couple times and put it down, and then I usually just fill it the rest of the way with cold water. And this is cold water, by the way. So, put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and basically I let it go for 24 hours. So I'll make it one morning, and then it'll be ready for me the morning after. When it's ready, it usually has a pretty dark consistency, you can see. So it still needs to be diluted. So you make it a little strong, and then you put it in a glass of choice, either pretty glass there or one that's going to be insulated. What I usually do is fill it about halfway with the concentrated part you just made, and then I add some ice cubes, and then I add cold water, and I kind of just do it to taste. You know, I kind of like a 50-50 mix, but you know, you may like yours stronger, you may like yours weaker, but that's the beauty of making it strong like this, is you can make it exactly how you want it. And then another thing I will mention is that when it's ready the next morning, and I think you could do 12 hours too, but I do 24 and it works great for me. You're going to take the lid off of this, and you're going to kind of lift the bag and start twisting it. And as you twist it and lift it out of here, it starts releasing the liquid from the bottom so that you're not making a big old mess up here. So as you squeeze it, you're squeezing, you know, out what's in there, and that helps you get the most out of your cold brew coffee. Okay, so that's it. It is as simple as that. So it's on page 24 of my book, Whole 4 Meals, and I hope you enjoy your cold brew.